Hi. You can see I'm getting used to this. I didn't even know it had gone live yet. I'm testing. This is like a test video because I just got myself this. I probably shouldn't tap it. That'll probably make a weird noise. I just got this new microphone because the sound on the last video that I made when I went live was pretty crappy actually. So hopefully this works out. Now this video, because it's just a short little thing that I wanted to talk about, is about hair loss after surgery, and I have done that. I have done that video before. I'm not going to go into all the really technical stuff in this video. If you want all the technical stuff, as poorly as I explained it, there is a video, and I'll put the link to that down in the description box. This isn't specific. I'm not scratching my bum. I'm scratching the top of my thigh at the back in case that looks really weird. In case anyone's wondering, this video isn't just specifically about my sleeve surgery or my my hysterectomy or anything like that. This is across the board because you can lose great amounts of hair anytime you have a major surgery. So it's any surgery. So anyone watching this, doesn't matter if you haven't been sleeved or had a tummy tuck or a breast reduction or any of the other surgeries that I've had. This can happen with any big surgery, not just like a gastroscopy or anything really minor. Generally, it's the big surgeries that can do this. Other things that can do it are serious illnesses, childbirth, severe psychological distress, any big major event in your life can cause this. Now, the technical name for it, and I'm not going to go into all the stages of it. It's called acute telogen effluvium, which just means that your hair follicles go into shock and your hair falls out before it's meant to go into that resting stage. Because, your hair's always falling out. It's normal to lose up to about 100 hairs a day. That's normal. But when you've had these, I'm going to say major surgeries because that's what this hair loss is. Your hair goes into shock earlier. Like the phases of your hair loss and hair growth and hair resting goes into shock, and it happens earlier. And you can lose up to about 70% of your hair, like after surgeries. It doesn't normally happen straight away. It normally takes at least several weeks. So you're looking at it happening from about 2 months to several months later, and it's not guaranteed to happen to you either. It always happens to me. I have had situations where I've lost like a 50-cent piece sized hair right here, rather than all over my head. Twice, was both after I had babies. I think it happened twice. But and I had a heart attack the first time because I thought I was going to go completely bald, and I'd never been bald before, and it was just like this bald spot here. But I just combed my hair. I had a comb over until it grew back. But what I mainly wanted to talk about today, and I've got notes here, of course. The hair loss can happen not just on your head, and I have noticed that this time I'm losing lower eyelashes, and I have very few to begin with. They look fine today. I don't even know if you can see them, but they look fine because I put mascara on them, so I do the best I can. And I've probably also, if I've lost lower lashes, I'm sure I've lost top lashes, but I get extensions, so no one will ever notice that. I've also, what is it now, mid-September, almost mid-September. I haven't shaved my armpits since the beginning of May, and I have very little hair there. Very, very, very little hair. I don't know if that's just aging or what it is. Okay, I'm not scratching my bum. The backs of my legs are really itchy, and I don't know why. I am going to be waxing those soon because they're starting to get stinky, and I don't like that. I don't mind how it looks. I don't care how it looks, and I don't care what anyone thinks if they see my few hairs that I have in my armpits. But yeah, when it starts to get stinky, that's when it's time to go. So I'm holding off as long as I can for summer, but I'll probably only last about another week. And my pubes, I normally trim my pubes anyway, but they've become, and they've been very, very thin for many years, but I've got like a bald patch right at the front. So, but I mean, you don't notice it when you trim anyway. But I mean, I noticed it because everything, because with the surgeries, I didn't feel like trimming, so it grew a bit wild for a while. And I noticed that there was a bare patch right at the front. Not noticeable now because I've trimmed. And what was the other thing? Oh, if you do lose your hair, a lot of your hair after surgery, it'll normally right itself within about 6 to 8 months and start growing back. That's the stage I wanted to talk about today. Now, and when I let my hair out, and you've seen my other videos, you're probably sitting there thinking, "What the fuck are you bitching about? You've got plenty of hair. You've got tons of hair. You haven't lost any hair." I have. I have lost a lot of hair. Like I've probably lost at least a third of my hair, maybe more. But I come from a standpoint of having just so much hair, it's ridiculous. So even if I lose half my hair, I've still got more hair than most people have. But this is the stage that I don't like because I've had a lot of surgeries over the last, probably about the last 18, 19 months. And the last surgery was like 2 months ago. I've had 5 major surgeries. I've had the hysterectomy, I've had the ablation and tubal ligation. What a waste of time that was, going on to have a hysterectomy. I've had revision surgery on my breasts from the original breast reduction surgery. I've had my lap band removed, and but had a sleeve gastrectomy. So I'm also nutritionally deficient, or was nutritionally deficient for quite a while, which doesn't help with the hair loss either. So with those 5 surgeries over such a relatively short period of time, my hair just kept on going into that resting stage, that premature resting stage. And then, it'd grow back a little bit, and then I'd have another surgery, and then more would fall out, and then it would start growing back. And I've been just gone through that like over and over and over, like 5 times now. So I've just got all this different length hair and like just bum fluff. It's just bum fluff. And I can't stand frizzy, fluffy hair. I hate frizzy, fluffy hair. If you've got frizzy, fluffy hair and you like it, fine. I don't like it on my head. And see this, and I don't like it because it looks like I haven't been looking after my hair, and it looks like I've been bleaching it and intentionally destroying it. It looks like it's just all broken off, but that's not what's happened. I hope you can see it in the video. I don't know if you can. See all that bum fluff? And you can see that's probably that length of that would be the first lot that's fallen out and grown back. So I just get all that bum fluff there. You don't normally see that in the videos. I've let it free today because I slick it down. But I'll show you what it's like. It's in really, really bad nick at the moment, but I don't want to cut it. I'm not ready to cut it yet. Look at this. And it's even fluffier than normal because I've been exchanging hair photos with a guy on Instagram today. So I've been fiddling with it a lot. I don't normally touch my hair because the more I touch it, the frizzier it gets. And I've just realised that it must sound really weird saying that I've been exchanging hair photos with a guy on Instagram. It's just a funny conversation we've been having today. There's nothing weird in it. But you can see my hair is just really, see the ends of it? And I've been putting a treatment in it twice a week and putting moisturiser in it. And I'll show you how I do the moisturiser. I don't know that, and it's how I keep my hair looking as unfrizzy and fluffy as possible. I imagine if you already have very fine hair or didn't have much hair to start with and you've lost even more, your hair probably won't respond as well to what I do with mine. It would probably just make your hair look very limp and greasy probably, but I can get away with it because I've got tons of hair. So if you have tons of thick hair like I do, this is what you can do to make it look a little bit less frizzy. I use this, it's a Pantene Night Miracle moisturiser treatment type cream that you put in and leave in. You're supposed to put it in at night and you leave it and you wash it out in the morning. I don't do that, I just use it. And I've also got a Pantene Intense Smoothing Cream, which I always thought was a really weird name. And it's just a hair moisturiser that you can scrunch through and you leave it in. It's like a leave-in conditioner, I guess. I try to not use it unless I really, really have to, because it can weigh your hair down and make it really heavy and greasy. Look, even in hair like mine, you'll die when you see how much I use. Look at that. And I just put it through my hands and then I just squeeze it through. I squeeze it through my hair and I'll put it through the top where all that fluffy shit is. And it's going to look a bit greasy now, but if I leave that for about an hour and let it dry, it'll look a lot better. So I hope you can see in this video that it actually looks less fluffy, less frizzy. And I wouldn't normally put it in dry hair. I'd normally put it in wet hair. And then when it dries, it's really nice most of the time. Sometimes it just looks like shit. But that's it. That's it. Nice hair again, because I can't stand fluffy hair. And that's about it. I hope this video worked out for everyone. I'm sorry if people are actually watching. I can't see. I think there's no one watching. But if anyone ever wanted to, because I'm going to have to go live with all of my videos now. If anyone does want to watch live, I'll figure out, because I'm not even getting notifications of like these videos going live on my own YouTube, on my own channel. So I don't know what's happening. I know there is a way to make it show up, because that's what I see with other people. I watch a lot of other people do live videos, although I don't like watching them live, because they get distracted by the chat that's coming up, and they're forever, like looking up and saying hello to people and whatever. And I don't want to watch that shit. I just want to watch the video. But if people do want to tune in live, I'll find a way to let people know when I'm going to go live, and I'll find out from people when the best time for them is. And if people want to chat and ask questions while I'm making the videos, I'll figure out how to do that. That could be really good to do, like a Q&A for people. But this is all new to me. Because I'm not fancy. I'm just a middle-aged oversharer with a story and a camera, and now a microphone and a roll of sticky tape. That's how fancy I am. I tape my phone down so it doesn't fall down, and now I've got to tape this cord for the microphone up so that it's not swinging in front of the camera. I'm not fancy, but I'll try to figure out how to do it if people want. If people are happy to just watch my videos like they normally do, like not live, and just wait for the playback, because I'll upload this afterwards, I'm fine. I'm not going to be offended if people don't want to watch me live, because I hate watching live videos. They shit me to tears. And also because you just don't know how long you're in for. It could be a 10-minute video, or you could be sitting there for an hour. That's not my jam. So anyway, that's it for this video. Just a quick one about my hair. See if this new way of doing it works. And that's all. And I will, if this worked out, I'll be making more videos over the next couple of weeks, probably, because I don't like to make them too many at a time. I like to spread them out. But that's it. That's it for now. I'll catch you next time.